Jobs on the line as businesses prepare for ObamaCare. Good evening. A family-owned business in Ascension Parish laid off workers saying it's because of the Affordable Care Act.
More provisions take effect a year from now. News 2's Brittany Weiss tells us how one restaurant is dealing with the changes.
Businesses have some decisions to make this year to qualify under the new rules and regulations. Frank's Restaurant has been taking orders for almost 50 years. But recently, the family-owned business had to make some cutbacks.
We've had people here for quite a few years. Majority of them were our part-timers, but I've had to let a couple of my full-timers go.
Owner Frank Dedman is preparing for the Health Care Reform Act. Next year, all large employers, those with more than 50 full-time employees, will be required to offer health insurance or face penalties. It's something Dedman says would harm his family restaurant.
If I were to have to pay the health insurance or pay the penalty, I may as well have got my keys and locked the door and have to close.
In a document over 1,000 pages long, it says individuals will be required to have insurance for themselves and their dependents. The law doesn't go into effect until 2014, but it's something restaurants have to start thinking about a year in advance. While the Health Care Reform Act may not be affecting businesses right now, the government will perform background checks on every merchant to determine whether a business is large or small, making it difficult for businesses to grow.
What incentive is there for my children to want to open another restaurant?
Dedman says there are other things to look out for, including rising food prices.
And then if they have to pay penalties or health care, now, and that's going to also have to be tacked on to that inflation. And where does that money come from? From your customer.
Something Dedman says could put restaurants out of business. Those businesses that do not provide insurance could face a penalty of $2,000 a year for each employee. Brittany Weiss, WBRZ.